Hi there, everyone. My name is Kelly, and we had a really lovely client suggestion this past week with an idea for a class. So, today's class will be brief, but it's going to have a really narrowed in focus point on moving relaxation into the facial muscles and easing tension in around the head and the neck. Beautiful idea, hey? When I read it in her email, I thought, yes, that's what we need right now. And yeah, so I hope that you're all doing well. I've just been thinking about you, and I put on this shawl to do our session today. It was a gift from the sister of the lovely lady who our studio is dedicated to. Our studio is dedicated to a good dear friend of mine, Erin Murray, who passed a few years ago from cancer, and we dedicated the studio to her. Her sister Kalita gifted me this beautiful shawl the day that we did the dedication and had our grand opening, and thinking of you, Kalita, and your family. It's a really comforting piece for me, and I find that, it's just like a child loves to feel the comfort of a teddy bear or a blankie. I find that for me personally, those things that are sentimental and feel really cozy for me are really important in transitional and uncertain periods of time, which I'm really feeling right now. So with all that, I think that we're all really going to benefit from this practice. You need no props for this class, of course, unless you want to set up for Shavasana once we're finished the movements that we're going to take throughout the class. You will need a comfortable place to sit, and I'm not attached to you sitting on the floor one little bit. If it's more comfortable for you to be in a chair, then go for it. I would recommend that you sit on something firm, like an upright dining room chair, rather than a recliner. You really want to have a nice erect posture for this class, so slouching on a couch is not going to do much for you here. So go ahead, take the time that you need to prepare your position, and we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay? All right, so let's go ahead and find a comfortable seat, and you can just shift your body weight side to side a little bit as you arrive. Your eyes can be closed or open for as much of this practice feels good for you, and you have to take a little peek to, recenter, figure out what we're doing, do that, and then feel free to close your eyes again if that makes you comfortable. Okay, so the seat is landed. Feel the front hip points just directing themselves forward slightly, and then lift the spine, rib cage over the pelvis, shoulders over the rib cage, ears over the shoulders, crown of the head lifts. Good. So just begin by focusing in on your breath. Feeling the inhale, feeling your exhale. Let your breath be natural. Just notice the quality of your breath at this moment. Is the breath long or short? Smooth or choppy? Deep or shallow? Just allowing for whatever arrives, resting into natural breath. Start to notice the way you're carrying your neck. And go ahead and imagine the sides of your neck smoothing. Any knots of tension beginning to unwind as the shoulders melt away from the sides of your neck. Softening the front of the throat, the back of the neck. And on your next in-breath, guide to your hands to the center of your heart space. Feel the connection of palm to palm resting into each other. Inform an intention for your practice today. Allow it to be an affirmative statement. I am calm. I am at ease. I am well. All will be well. Breathe in, feel the intention resting into your heart space. And breathe out, let it go. Release your hands. Inhale fully. Exhale fully. Beautiful. We're going to begin a little bit of movement and releasing out by tapping up through some of the areas around our head and neck down to our collarbones. So for each cycle, we'll tap several times in each position, about 8, maybe 10, and then we're going to move to the next position. You're not pressing overly firmly through the fingertips. Just a little gentle pressure will do the trick. Okay, so opening up maybe any constricted blood flow, any tension that's tightened up through the head, the facial muscles, and the neck. We're just going to support that and shake the energy up a little bit through this gentle tapping practice. So bring your fingers to the crown of your head, and we'll just begin by gently tapping with both hands through the crown of the head. And then we're going to move to the hairline, where the hairline meets the forehead. And then move to the temples. Move to the hinge of the jaw, right there by the ears. Good. Come in underneath the eyes, so at about the cheekbones, gently here. These tissues are super tender. Okay, good. Come behind the earlobes, along the sides of the neck. One hand in underneath the nose. Both hands to the collarbones. Both hands to the sternum at the heart area. Good. Release the hands down by your sides, palms grounded or up, doesn't matter. Breathe in gently. Breathe out gently. In through the nose and out through the nose, if that's available. Just noticing the residue of this short tapping practice. Good. We're going to bring the fingers up to the center of the forehead. Gentle pressure at the center of the forehead. Massaging across the width of the forehead and reaching the temples and circling a massage at the temples about 3 times. Good. And then tracing the line back from the temples to the center of the forehead. Pulling gently, massaging across the center of the forehead, massaging at the temple. Good. And this time, just lift the fingers, come back to the center of the forehead, draw the hands across the center of the forehead, Massage into the temple. Repeat this a few more times. You determine the pressure that feels nourishing for your body today. Good. We'll try 2 more. Keep breathing. Soften the throat. 1 more. Beautiful. Gentle pressure at the temple and draw a line down just in front of the ears, alongside the jaw, and then move the index and middle finger in behind the earlobes against the side of the neck, and then draw a line down the sides of the neck through both hands until you get to the collarbones, and then just a little gentle downward pressure at the collarbone. Bring the fingers back up behind the earlobes, trace the line down, massage down the sides of the neck again. Pause, little gentle downward pull at the collarbone. Try 3 more. Last one. Pausing at the collarbone, adding all of the fingers if you feel so inclined. Inhale into the chest. Exhale, release the hands. Inhale, full breath in. Exhale, long breath out. Breathing in and out through the nostrils if that's possible. Moving at the pace of your own breath. And noticing the quality of your breath now at this point in your practice. Maybe comparing it to how you felt when we began. Just taking a little baseline, noticing any shifts. Good. Okay. For our next exercise, we're going to hold the earlobes with the peace fingers and the thumbs behind the earlobes. Or you could hold them with just the index finger and thumb. See what works for you, okay? So a little gentle pressure as we hold, and then we're gonna do a little pull and pause and release, okay? A little pull of the earlobes, pause and release. And you could go ahead and try that a few more times. You might take it into a little half moon shape here. If you close your eyes, it may be easier to tune inward more deeply and sense where the effect of this movement is being felt inside of your body. It might be exactly the tissues that you're literally working with. You might feel something else loosen up in some other area. And really, we're withdrawing the senses when we close the eyes, and then we can get more into that felt sense. Good. When that feels complete, release the hands down, relax, and inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to take the hands and shake the hands. Let the arms come into it. Good. Let the shoulders shrug and get everything going, moving everything around for a moment. Good. You might take this into a little twist. Okay. When that feels complete, you can come back through center And since we've loosened everything up in around the head and the earlobes, we've worked a little bit through the neck. Let's continue with the neck for a moment, and then we'll do one more exercise before our pranayama exercise. Okay, so sitting tall again, inhale, and exhale, let the chin lower to the chest. Inhale, one ear to one shoulder. Exhale, let the chin roll down through the chest. Inhale, ear to shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. Good. I'd love for you to continue like that for a couple more cycles of your breath. Again, closing your eyes helps you to move your experience inward. We call this pratyahara, the withdrawal of the senses. And feeling the sensation, feeling the effect of the movement on your body. Physically, mentally, emotionally. Good. If you're feeling open, feel free to let your ear tip back a little bit behind your shoulder on each side. Soften your eyes. One more rotation to each side. Good. All right, come down through center, move over to your first side. We're gonna pause this time, ear towards shoulder. Option to stay here, let gravity do the work. Alternately, you could take one hand down toward the floor. If you still need a little bit more, the opposite hand could come up over the ear, and just without pulling the head down toward the neck, let the weight of your hand and your arm just give you that little bit extra pressure. And I really love a little micro movement of the chin here, just helping you move through those little muscles through the side of your neck. Okay, when that feels complete, remove the hand, roll the chin back down through center, and bring opposite ear to opposite shoulder. Good, move through the second side. This side might require something different. Maybe gravity's enough. Maybe you extend one arm down toward the floor. If you still need more, opposite arm comes up and over, hand rests over the ear. Breathe into the side of your neck and breathe out. Option to roll the chin toward the chest and then open up, roll the chin, tilt up slightly toward the sky. Through these two movements a few more times. Good, and when that feels complete, you can go ahead and gently release the arms back down to the legs and roll the chin through the chest. Lift the chin back to neutral and then tilt the gaze up toward the sky. Bring the gaze back through center and tuck the chin to the chest. Good. Inhale, bring the chin to neutral. Exhale, turn and take your gaze toward the wall. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, turn and take your gaze toward the other wall. Keep the shoulders soft here and move with your own breath. So you may be potentially a little bit quicker, a little bit slower than I am. It'll just depend on the nature of your breath response here. Good. One more time to each side. Good. All the way back through center. Okay. Let's try a few eye movements now. So I'm going to ask you to look down to the floor, then look up to the ceiling, look to the right, and look to the left. I hope that you could notice that my head wasn't moving, my neck wasn't moving, it was just my eyeballs moving. Okay, so that's what I'd like you to try with me. I'll cue you through it. So take your gaze down to the floor, up to the ceiling, eyeballs to the right, and to the left. Back to center, down to the floor, up to the sky, back to center, to the right, to center, left, center. Gaze down, center, up, center, right, center, left, center. 2 more times, head and neck not moving. Down, center, up, center, right, center, left, center. Last cycle. Down, center, up, center, right, center, left, and center. Well done. Blink the eyes closed. Let the eyeballs move as though they were looking down at your nose. Oh, that helps to lengthen the muscles up above the eyelids, up toward the eyebrows. Take your gaze as though you could look right down at your cheeks. Breathe naturally here. Good. And when you feel complete, blink the eyes open. Okay. So today we're going to finish our class with a lovely style of breathing that I hope that you will find valuable. We did a variation on this style of breath in our Breathing into Resilience series for children. So this is called Sitali breath, and so it's a cooling breath. It's great to take this kind of breathing after you've gone for a run or done a vigorous workout. If you think about those hot emotions like anger and frustration, this is a really great type of breath to help you move through and cool down from those kinds of emotions as well. So it can help to bring us back into a relaxed state where we feel calm. It helps us to decompress. Okay, really love the style of breathing. I hope that you do too. So what we're going to do is we're going to, if possible, and for some it's just not possible, it's just the way that our bodies work, our tongues work specifically, we're going to let the tongue stick out and roll up the sides of the mouth. Adrian calls this taco tongue. So you could try that, rolling up the sides of the tongue toward each other. All right. If that doesn't work for you, no big deal. You're just going to bring the tongue out through the teeth slightly. And don't worry about the curl up, okay? So either way, on the in-breath, we're going to do the tongue out or the tongue curl, and we're going to inhale through the taco, in through the mouth. We're going to hold the breath slightly at the top, and then we're going to let the exhale come out through the nostrils, okay? So option 2, take your gaze to your nose, or maybe close your eyes and let your gaze imagine that it was coming down to your cheeks again, like we just practiced with our eyes closed, okay? Let's give it a try. Come to your nice tall seat again. Let your tongue come out, either underneath your teeth or curl the tongue up like a taco. Prepare your gaze toward your nose or let your eyes close. Inhale. Hold the breath at the top. Exhale through the nose. Roll the tongue. Inhale like you're sipping through a straw. Hold the in-breath at the top. Exhale through the nose. Release your exhale with control. Repeat. Hold at the top. Exhale through the nose with control. Continue about 5 more cycles on your own. And when you've completed 5 cycles of breath, let your breath return to its natural rhythm, breathing through the nostrils if possible. If you'd like to lie down and let the muscles, bones, tissues, and organs relax into Shavasana for a few moments, I invite you to do so. Otherwise, pause here for several more cycles of breath. Feeling the residue of your practice. Allowing the corners of the lips to curl up slightly. When we move our mouth into the posture of a smile, we initiate the energy of contentment within our felt experience. When you're out and about today or on the weekend, you can maintain your distance from your neighbors while still offering the pleasantry of a smile. You never know how one connection of eye contact and a heartfelt grin will impact those around you. Allowing kindness to self and to others be an anchor for you as you move back into the rest of your day. Guide your hands to your heart center. Reconnect with the intention that you set at the beginning of our practice. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste.